Добрий день, з вами Вікторії Сімакової. Зараз ми подивимося, що відбувається в нашому місті. І це визначна подія, тому що ГО «Люди» разом з Агенцією стратегічного розвитку створили класну можливість поспілкуватися з іноземцями з різних країн, з Італії, з Азербайджану, з Англії і забув ще четверту країну. Поспілкуватися про соціальне підприємництво. Ми зараз в міській раді, і Вікторія Сімакова розповідає про свій бізнес, який вона веде вже 8 років, про English Language School, The English Studio, і ESSC, International Language Camp, який проходить на території єврейської школи. Забігався. Подивимося. Зараз жива бібліотека. Жива бібліотека – це в довільному порядку, всі ходять і можуть вибирати, з ким спілкуватися. Тут є декілька, аж 6 людей-спікерів з різних сфер. Лоял, адвокати, Олександр Чорний, який займається управлінням різних домів, адмініструванням їх, такі забезпечення ОСББ, можна так сказати, якщо загальному, що там вже якось виправиш мене в коментарях. Також Юрій Манджус, який він сильно соціально орієнтований, тобто 33% від свого бізнесу по виготовленні своїх футболок, ті-шорт, він віддає на якісь соціальні проекти обов'язково, які соціально орієнтовані. Подивимося зараз, як там відбувається і що люди питають про англійську школу, як її відкрити, чому, чи це тяжко, чи ні, чи в Україні тяжко взагалі вести бізнес, чи ні. My husband Jenna started doing SML like Facebook, Instagram, and other things. But at the beginning, it was just like no advertisement and just one room and one table, and then like
1 week and that's all.
Of course. Yeah, of course. Thanks to this man. So basically at the beginning it just, I would say, really hard work, and I was working maybe from 10 to 12 hours a day, every single day, and having like one Sunday off, and that's it. So I was working really hard at the beginning, but I knew what I was doing, and I knew why I was doing it, so it's like basically what gave all the inspiration.
How much time did it last that you didn't get profit when you started? When did you start really getting profit from it?
Well, small profit right at the beginning. Like I rented the room. Of course, I invested in that, and I invested in the furniture and everything that we had there. But right from the start, from the first month, I had selling, of course, and it wasn't like unprofitable. It was profitable from the very beginning, but of course not a lot of profit. It was small amounts.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ismail from Azerbaijan. I'm really interested in teaching. Of course, my field is so you're having part-time job, and like they asked, like different from my country, so I guess it's kind of hard for me to find a job. And you lived in the USA, as I guess. Did you work there?
Well, I went as exchange program student, so I was going as to live in a host family, like my student there. So I lived in a host family and I studied in university and then to college. Like I was doing a lot of
And
things.
big host family as well for the Chinese girl for 3 weeks. That's nice to be able to.
Yeah, no, I didn't have to look for a job. I was like an exchange. So no tips on that.
Unfortunately, yeah. So, okay, but I would like to ask, like, what do you suggest as a student whose field is not teaching about giving? I would like to give some conversations, in our country as well. Not many youth know the English, and I heard a lot of feedbacks from the foreigners that they tell me that, we approach people, but they don't know English, so it's hard for us here. That's a pity for me, because I know it. I think many people can learn it. So how can I start to learn to do that? And if I don't have any practice in it, so what I should start?
Well, I would, if you want to teach and you don't have any experience in that, I would advise there is really cool website called Future Learning.
I heard about it.
And they have really good teaching courses. They are for free and you can do them anytime. There isn't a schedule or something. So I would definitely do that because it helps to understand the whole idea of teaching and how to do that. second, maybe some like Skype conversations with somebody who you could, or like I don't know, any relatives you could teach. Like I started teaching when I was 14. My neighbor asked that I try to teach her granddaughter, and then she found tons of students for me. So starting from 14 years old, I started like a little bit teaching, getting like $1 for a lesson. But it was like, of course, it was a great experience. So I would probably try to teach some relatives or somebody you know, and then getting little experience from there.
I have to say to do that before going to another country because I really want to work there to have my some cover my expenses, and I think that conversation club are the best version for me.
Yeah. Or do speaking clubs. That's a really good thing.
Yeah.
So that's
I like front end writing and reading. I'm good at speaking and conversations. So and I would like to just work with the people to debate on some topics. So I would prefer doing that.
Yeah, I just inventing some experiences for yourself would be like the best.
Thank you very much. It was nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
You have a
My name is Dana, I'm from Ukraine Convenience, and I'd like to ask you about, I'm a teacher as well, and I'd like to ask you, you told that there is only 10 teachers, there are only 10 teachers in our school. Is it enough for 300 people?
Well, there are groups, so some students have individual lessons, some have groups. We don't have a lot of students in one group, it's like 2 to 6 people, not more. So, but they basically have scheduled like two or 3 times a week, so it works for 10 people works for 300.
And you told that there are a lot of special methods for learners. What are they?
Well, it's difficult to explain, but like in short, I'd say what I was doing, and like my teachers are doing, we teach students to think.
In English?
Well, not. I would say to think what they are saying. Like if it's like first, what we do, we give them really simple idea of how to build a sentence. Let's say in like present simple to be, for example. And then we give them some vocabulary, also easy one, for which like is good for like this level of grammar. And then we train them to make sentences in this really easy like grammar with these words, but do it like with speaking, not writing and not reading, because then as always we have a problem. Everybody can read, but we train them to make sentences more and more and speak the sentences more and more in this level of grammar. Then we go to when we see they are done with this type of grammar, we go to the next level. Like we give them present simple type of sentence, and then we train in speaking a lot of times in different methods, in different exercises, and then further. So I'd say that steps like that.
Oh, I see. And what I'd like to ask, how long does the course
Last. Well, it depends on like level, and depends how often they come, because some come like twice a week, some come 3 times a week, and some come individually, some come in a group. So it all depends, but approximately for a month from one level to another. It's not like what I say to my students, and I know that a lot of people promise a result in 1 month or in 2 weeks. But I understand it's impossible. So I tell them the truth, guys, you have to work hard to be able to speak, and you have to train, and approximately,
And I know there are a lot of people who would like to learn English, but they are an adult already. And is it easier to teach little children, or is it adult? Because adult has the motivation.
Well, not all of the adults have, no, definitely not. Some adults just, they have so much fear that they would fail, that they wouldn't make it, that it wouldn't work for them, that sometimes it's even harder with adults. Some adults are really motivated, and it's definitely easy because they try to pick up as much as possible, but some are like really scared of failing, and then it's more difficult. So it depends on the person, I'd say.
Thank you.
What ages do you teach?
I'm just get my bachelor diploma, and I'm going to enter university one more time just to get master's degree. And now I have I'm already work as a teacher for children, and they are from 6 to 11 yes, and they are quite nice, and I like to teach them. I like teaching at all, but I'm afraid of teaching adults. When I teach somebody, I'm afraid of doing mistake. I'm afraid of fail, and that is my problem. I'd like to get rid of it.
Well, I think that like we will all always make mistakes. There isn't like we are people, so that's maybe this idea that like we might make mistakes. But just like for me, it's okay if I make a mistake. I sometimes write something stupid on the blackboard and I turn around. Oh my god, what did I do? So I just like, guys, sorry, I made a mistake, and that's it. I mean, because I'm a human, and so it's like, of course, it happens.
And what is your profession? Are you teaching?
Well, I try not to teach anymore, just to like run the business and do everything. But I did have a few students like last year, this year maybe just 2 students tops, not more than that, because I feel I do a lot of work on like running the whole thing, so it's like impossible to teach anymore. Well, it's actually I miss teaching a lot, so it's like
It's okay. I think to be in charge is more difficult.
It was advertising.
I try to think about my teachers as my students now, so and thanks for a conversation. Come up and have a good day. Hi. What is your name? Are you from Ukraine? No. Where are you from?
Originally from Romania. I live in Spain and now I'm in UK.
Okay.
Those kind of things.
Nice. Listen, what are you? What's your name?
Lawrence.
Nice. Where are you from?
London.
From I love London. I hate people who live in London. I want to live in London. It's really nice. What's your name?
Molly.
Molly. Are you also from Scotland? From Scotland. Nice. Nice to meet you.
I'm from the Midlands, right in the middle of the UK.
Okay. Nice to meet you all. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, about school. Vika has the biggest school now in Bielorussia, and what is interesting that she's doing together with our colleagues the biggest camp for local children with the native speakers, and they already invited and hosted how many?
Together with last year, I'd say maybe 10 people, like all together.
So, like it's not TVS, but it's like voluntary work with what the program it was?
What do you mean? It's
You
just
invited-
I just invite like people to come, and we just like have agreements, and that's it. It's not a like.
Do you cover the travel costs?
No, not the travel, but we do accommodation, meals, and pocket money. And here is one of our volunteers, Tarek from Turkey. So actually, if you are ever interested in participating like, in the camp and doing some work with children, so you're welcome for the next year, because this year we only have like right now camp starts in Monday, and then we're done for this year.
Summer.
We have 2 shifts, one in June and one in July. So it's just 2 shifts, but we were doing local camp for 5 years now, like here in Bielorussia. Next year we want to do 1 shift here in Bielorussia and one maybe in Carpathians or somewhere like outside of the town. So it would be even more fun with kids.
Mountains,
Yeah, in the mountains, in the middle of nowhere, I guess.
And what's the secret of your success?
Oh, I don't know. Hard work, I guess. That's
Hard work.
well.
If you have to give any advice, like just when you just started, what would be the best advice?
Delegate as much as possible. I started only like with a small room, 1 room, 1 table, computer from home, and like books from home. nothing more. And I was doing a lot of things myself. Like, and even now, it's really hard for me to learn to give other people responsibilities. I'm trying as much as possible. But it's really hard sometimes to let it go and let other people make some mistakes, but to learn how to do things. Because I know I can do it very well, but to give the responsibility to other people, let them make their mistakes, but learn to do the thing. So I guess, and also the best advice is always employ people who are of your own ideas and your own way of thinking, I guess. So this is the biggest advice I can give, because if you are with the wrong people, everything will definitely go wrong.
That's interesting because I was applying for a campus in England with the same category, like take care of children. It's a summer camp as well. And if I would be interested for the next year, how to contact you?
Well, you can find me first on Facebook. It's Dima can give contacts, and then we have application form which you fill out, and then we have a Skype interview, and proceed then. So, so if you would like to, that would be wonderful. I guess you had a question. Well, in the language school, they are from 5 years old till we have 60-year-olds and everybody who wants to learn English. But at the camp, it's from 6 years old till 16 right now. But if we do the camp outside of the town, definitely we wouldn't take younger children. It would be maybe 11 and to 16 around that age.
About activities, what?
Well, for older children, we have leadership program, which is the counselors know the program very well, and they're doing teaching them to speak out, to be activists, and to do something to change. For younger kids, it's more learning English and activities, playing games, and but we have a big staff at the camp. It's 25 people right now, and they are everybody knows their job.
Just 25 people volunteering?
No, we have teachers, helpers of teachers, or teenagers who speak English very well. And then we have a DJ, and we have a guy who does team building games, and my helper, personal helper.
People for each section?
Yeah, people for each section. How do you like Ukraine so far?
Very nice.
Yeah.
We stopped in the mini bus, it was so hot on the bridge, that's why it's bad impression possibly, but I'm such a big...
But we used that movement as well. Not that long, but we used to just The only thing is the weather because it's really hot compared with the UK.
Well, it's in June it was even hotter than it is right now. So,
I have a question. Do you have questions? My question is it difficult to deal with the tax system and all these official papers to be entrepreneur in Ukraine?
It is very difficult, and unfortunately,
Is it getting easier?
No, it never became easier. When we were starting, I was doing all the paperwork myself, but then it got to the point when I had more and more teachers that I understood that it's really difficult, and I decided to outsource, and I have a person who's doing the job for me, because that would take ages, and you have to have specific knowledge, definitely, to be doing it. So I just decided to outsource it and not to...
And very accurate, because if you make a mistake, you can get
you get, if you make a mistake or you pay not the correct amount of money, the taxes, then they would charge you or transfer you to another type of entrepreneur, and then you get more fine. So that's terrible, and they don't even tell you that you were transferred, so you don't even know what's happening. So that's why I have a person who's doing the job for me, and not even worried about that. I'd say if you have somebody who knows the job better than you do, give the job to that person. Don't even, like,
You have enough
spend-
money.
Well, it's like, you know, you get there, you understand that you would better spend time doing things which can improve your business than spend time like digging that papers and doing all of that stuff which really stress you out. So, yeah,
I have one more question. Maybe do you? I have a question to you. What's your name? Tariq? What was your motivation to come here?
I had two motivations. First one is to teach English because I used to teach English. I used to study in Germany, and over there were kids, German kids that I taught English as my service. And I mean, I didn't speak any German, and I was trying to teach them English. And I thought I value English not for the sake of communicating with people or speaking with people. It's more as a way to reach information because many resources are available in English, and if you know English plus your mother tongue, then you can more or less be aware of anything. So that's why I wanted to teach English, because I would like people to have the ability to reach
More
information because it's simple and right. And my second motivation was that I've never been to Eastern Europe, and I would like to explore the culture, and why not come to Ukraine and see how people live here and how is the culture. Yeah, that was more or less the motivation.
For how long you already here? You arrived?
A couple of hours.
A couple of
Yeah.
hours. You just arrived. Good luck.
So the camp takes place in 2 seasons. This one I had a friend who posted on Facebook that the camp is because I was in my summer vacation.
We're happy.
Everything is different here. You know, when we hosted previous projects in Europe, an Italian group just came out of the building. They said it's like another planet. We are on another planet. Earth. Yes. Okay, if you don't have any questions, we are going to finish probably our library session. Just when you're ready.
How long are you guys staying in 11? Are you in Kiev, like stationed in Kiev now?
No, close to Kiev, like 15 kilometers far from Kiev, Slavutich metro station. Yeah, it's not far, but no connection by public transport. So we are isolated. Yeah, yeah, but no strangers, you know, no drunk like animals.
You're giving the wrong picture of our country. Well, there are sometimes drunk United States.
Reality.
Are you going to? Today's the holiday.
Yes,
Are you
today is
gonna go?
traditional holiday, Ukrainian tradition, maybe one of the most like traditional, because it's related not only to Christianity, but to previous times, pagans and so on. So maybe it's like the day when the night is the shortest in the year. It was, yeah, according to your calendar. But we had like difference. Like with Easter in different time, like 1 week later we had Easter. So sometimes it's not always. Christmas is 14 days later here. Yeah, but so today we have this celebration, and it's usually celebrated by the river. Yeah, no, here as well, everywhere, all over Ukraine. And they have a bonfire and also some balls of evil power, to fight.
I didn't know all these things.
I didn't know. And then people, especially couples, they jump over the fire and hold in the hands. And if you didn't disconnect, so you will be you will manage. But if you disconnect, so you're not lucky.
Grab a Ukrainian girl and
Yeah,
start
try
jumping.
again, try again. Yeah. If you disconnect, just try again. Yeah. And it's usually by the river because yolks, they have this natural, some kind of,
Made of flowers. What do you call
Green
it?
flowers. Ralph?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they let it goes by the river, to float. And boys should remember which one, like throw it, particular one, and swim and catch it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Have a good time, guys. Yeah. Bye bye. You have the shirt from Ukraine.
I actually bought it from home. I didn't
Yeah.
realise at all about it. It got pointed out this morning.
You from Scotland?
Yes.
Wow, it's national.
No, not at all. Tartans. He's in Scotland, so like, probably from Scotland.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But you have to collect like
Stuck in a traffic jam for 1 hour.
where they're rushing.
Unbelievable. The hot bus.
It's so funny because the actual distance is only 1 hour. Because that's what we're on. But I think it's the problem of big cities. It's the same in this type of life. If you get across the rush hours, it will take you like 4 or 5 hours to get from one place to another.
Well, there was like when you get like in Kiev, the river is right like in the middle, and if you get on the other side of the river, like there are not a lot of people, and today they were like there was a construction. And there was,
How is your speech, Victoria?
good. It was good. Nice people. Yeah.
From which countries?
Britain, Azerbaijan, yeah, and Ukraine.
Turkey. You.
I think you must be.
Okay, I'm shut up.